Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Eric,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
Second.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Erik.
Jason.
Robert.
You made it sound like there's somebody after you. This week we watched Ernest Scared Stupid, directed by John R. Cherry III, written by John R. Cherry III and Coke Sam's. That guy's got a sweet name. Starring Jim Varney, Eartha Kitt, and Austin Nagler. IMDb synopsis: Ernest accidentally unleashes an ugly troll that plots to transform children into wooden dolls in the town of Briarville, Missouri. So what'd you guys think?
Reminds me of my ex.
The troll? Were you just holding that one in the whole time, Jason?
I was holding
There's that
it in.
scene where he's pulling on the truck and then Ernest backs up into him and he's like, I bet Jason has fantasized about that exact scenario.
Oh no, I actually set a clip of that moment of the movie on my phone. Every time I opened it, it would replay, and that way wouldn't have to imagine it. I could just see it happening over and over.
he just puts a picture just like taped to the phone where he's standing. Oh, he's gonna get her. Oh, Ernest got her. Yeah. I gotta say,
Ready for a bumper sandwich booger list?
yeah.
Oh man.
I used to have fantasies about that happening to people in my life. Just when I was like 10,
backing into
I was
people?
like, oh yeah, I was like, I should definitely back over the top of somebody. It would be hilarious, like it wasn't Ernest, because you know the way the doll or the dummy's head bounces when he gets run over.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And anyway, so I've watched this movie. My brothers watched it a shitload of times because I would turn it on incessantly. And I just realized watching it, like, here's Ernest like in the beginning, and he's gonna get smashed by a fucking garbage thing, and he's doing doll voices.
Yeah.
Oh, Ernest, I know where you live. It's like, holy shit, this guy's a maniac. Dude.
Yeah, he's a few fries short of a Happy Meal.
But he makes all these awesome fucking inventions.
We need to up Robert a little bit. A little
Okay.
quiet.
I can just move.
There you go.
Oh,
That
shit.
works.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sorry about that.
Just watch your side right here, and if it turns
So-
red, let me know.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on it when you're talking.
So I really liked Trantor's character design. How they made his nose look like a chapped scrotum.
Oh man, that's the scariest part of this fucking movie. I fucking can't stand boogers, and that is fucking gross.
And
I
it's
fucking hated
that's probably why he's such an asshole, is because he's got a chapped scrotum on his face.
Yeah.
It's irritated.
that. Oh man, I need
Ernest kissed his scrotum.
he did.
Oh my god, Trantor teabagged Ernest. That's why he was
Oh,
looking
man.
all sad and mopey at the
Oh,
end.
that's why his head exploded.
Yeah.
Like, I just got this guy to teabag himself.
Or this is the first time somebody's ever touched it. I'm a 1 second man.
Oh man.
So, Steve, would you have been scared of this guy when you were like a little kid?
No, I remember this is one of the few horror movies, Halloween movies.
Horror
Yeah,
movies.
I meant to say Halloween movies that I watched as a kid and was like, yeah, this is pretty good. I like this. Totally fine with this.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it just grossed me out because of the snot stuff. But other than that, I was fine with it. I know I would have been turned to wood because fuck, I'm not running away from him. Come on, even with his stubby little legs, he's still gonna run faster than fat little me. So.
I can tell you one thing. My mom definitely would have been turned to wood because I would have pushed her down to get away from that scary little bastard. I'd be like, I'm tripping you. Get the fuck down. I'm running. Then that
Oh, he
that
would've
guy.
just climbed a tree.
Yeah.
His stubby little arms couldn't reach the first branch, and he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck.
I just hope when he turns me to wood, I got like a sweet stance. I don't know what the hell it would be, but it just, I don't want it to be like some shitty stance while I'm a little wood statue.
So what do you
He
want
would
to have?
catch
Like,
you while you were pissing in a bush, Steve, and you'd be sitting there holding your ding dong as a wooden statue.
It's very possible, very possible. Or I was probably sleeping in the bush, whatever.
or he's on the toilet after he fell asleep on the toilet. And then that stupid bastard, like, see, I hate those. That guy was so scared of me because he could just show up in your room. Like, and then he crawls in bed with the girl. Like, that's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
And he's got his like nasty, chapped, infected scrotum all over her pillows. She's gonna have pink eye.
So you need to wash those shits. Fuck.
Yeah.
Man, I would have been on the toilet just because of all that milk being thrown around, dude. It just fucking destroyed me.
You'd have been his only statue with a dingleberry.
Damn it, dude. Does the toilet not turn with me?
I don't think so.
God damn it.
You would have fell in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You would have woke up in the fucking sewer, dude. Because Ricky would have
man.
went in and just flushed your ass.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have
I
gone
don't
near the
think-
ginger.
I don't think Trantor would have hesitated to reach into a toilet to pull out his little wooden dolls.
Yeah.
He didn't seem very hygienic. Or
He's like,
concerned
ooh,
with any
Baby
of
Ruth in here.
that. Yeah, he's like, oh, free turd. I'm gonna eat that too.
Then
Peanuts
Ricky
and
comes
corn.
in.
It's a real winner.
Yeah. Fucking Ricky walks in and he's like, "Oh, you're a ginger." I don't fucking think so.
I need children with souls.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so they need to remake. This is a movie they absolutely need to remake. But instead of Ernest scared stupid, it needs to be Liam McPoyle scared stupid.
Like,
Because I just want to see Trantor like, oh, he shows up and maybe he like, I don't know, woodifies a couple of like McPoyle kids on the McPoyle compound. And then you just see Liam like running around going, no, and like splashing milk on him and shit.
oh yeah, they wouldn't mess with them.
And what I really want to see is them all being all creepy, and then the movie turns protagonist so that you're rooting for Trantor to get away from the creepy McPoyles.
Oh man.
They give their whole audience like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. That'd be fucking funny. And then if they could work in Frank in there somehow, that'd be
Just
really.
start
He's like
blasting.
asking him. Yeah. He just starts asking him questions.
It's like,
Oh man.
who are you? Oh, I'm Trantor. Oh,
I
I'm
feel-
Frank. What's up?
Yeah. You want to go? You want to go get high under the bridge?
you want to go hang out under the bridge?
I feel like Frank probably knows Trantor. He's probably like he was probably a nom with him at one point, doing some fucking backdoor deals out there.
What do you think they were building at the sweatshop?
Yeah.
Little children dolls.
Oh man.
Oh my god, how scary of a motivation would that be? You call up Trantor, I got a lazy one. Get in here, you can have him. And then you're in there, you're like sewing away as hard as you can, and you look over, and Trantor just turns some kid into a piece of wood. You're like, holy shit! And Frank's like, the slowest one's getting that. If you die, I'm throwing you in the stew.
Sounds like real encouragement to do excellent work very quickly.
Well, Frank is old school. He's slave driver. That's what they did back in the old days. They just like, oh, that went the wrong way. I mean, like a steam driver. I don't know what the hell do you call a shitty factory worker guy who like wouldn't let you take a break. A Carnegie. We'll call him. He's a Carnegie.
Who knows?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Fucking son. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that tree was pretty sweet though.
That was a badass tree.
Yeah.
Had perfect branches for a tree house.
So the Murdochs, right? I was like, if Robert and I were those two kids, I definitely would have been like, wow, look at that sweet tree house. Let's just walk back to our dad's house and let's get a chainsaw. It'd be like, all right, let's blast it with a pizza. And then I just walk underneath the tree.
To be fair, neither one of us had bitch tits at that age. So we're not even close to being Murdochs.
No. No, they
the
both
fucking
did.
bitch tit twins.
Yeah.
You know
Who
what
the
I-
fuck runs from dog food and pizza? Seriously,
Yeah.
they're already covered in it. They might as well have just kept throwing
Was it
rocks.
dog food? I thought it was like old chili.
Could have been old chili. I don't
Either
know.
way, those kids probably ate old chili anyways, so they
I
probably
know
would have
for
been
a
fine.
Robert and I definitely would have eaten the dog food.
Yeah, I don't know if we were running the treehouse, it would have been some jerry rigged ass thing, and it would have
Would've
they
been
would have
dog
started
shit,
throwing
dude.
rocks up there, and we would have
Dog
been
shit.
throwing rocks back. It was, oh, here's our piss bottle. We're just gonna wing it at you, a fucking glass mason jar full of piss. You better, you
And
get,
a plastic bag full of steamy dog shit.
you get cut up with the glass bottle and then piss in your wound.
You just yelling at Eric to eat more asparagus to fill those fucking jars.
Just drink the water. Just chug it.
Punch me in the gut, Robert. It'll make it happen faster. Oh! Oh!
Or we would have just ran down there with some sticks and started beating on those kids.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's exactly what would have happened.
These days, you could just tell Steve to drop trow and stick a funnel in his mouth and start funneling milk in. They'd be gone in no time.
Just aim his butt towards him.
Yep. Aim in that general direction there, buddy.
He'd look like Eric Cartman in that episode, the World of Warcraft one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Steve's just standing there with his pants down and a gallon of milk. He's like, "You better get the fuck out of here!"
I'm not afraid to use this. All right, get the fuck out of here.
You're like, what the heck's going on right now? Starts chugging the milk. Oh, it turns around and it just starts blasting shit everywhere.
Oh man.
I fucking loved this movie as a kid because like it is like the guy would give me nightmares on occasion, but in my nightmares he'd always be like 9 feet tall
Yeah.
and super strong. But I was never like, oh, this is a scary part. It was just like the dude was scary in my nightmares because he
Yeah.
was like a 9 foot tall guy.
That's because in your nightmares, you made him an actual scary bad guy.
Well, yeah, and plus there's the whole like unknown factor with the magic. That's what like Leprechaun was always scary because that little bastard could do whatever he wants. He could fucking teleport. He could turn your balls into brass. That's scary. I don't want brass balls. I want steel balls.
Oh,
You
man.
know?
Well, that could be a fire hazard.
I don't give a shit. Hey, Kelly, could I have a little more juice?
So one of the biggest problems I had with this is they call Ernest the village idiot, but the thing he makes in the very beginning didn't look out of place if he was like fucking Wayne Zielinski from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He would have been fucking
Oh,
genius
shit.
in that movie. So it's like, come on, this guy's not an idiot. He's just, you know, I don't know. He just says dumb shit sometimes.
And
Most of the
he's
time.
a little bit wacky and weird. That's all.
He's eccentric.
Plus, he's you know, really crappy at bug testing his equipment.
Yeah. He
'Cause
really
he literally just has like his thing just like completely disintegrate in front of him. He's like, oh shit. And then he ends up in the truck. I gotta say, if Ernest was a real person, like let's say I'm the sheriff, right? And my kid is constantly hanging around with this grown man. I'd be like pulling the guy over, beating him with a rubber hose, like you stay the fuck away from my kid. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what the hell you're doing, but
Oh, yeah, back to the sheriff. So when that first kid disappears and Ernest comes back with the stories of trolls and a missing kid, you know his ass would be getting beat with a rubber hose by some deputies in the back room immediately. Where's that damn kid, you fucking pervert?
Yeah.
What'd you do with him?
Where is he? And then another one goes, was like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
don't twist my nipples.
We are talking
we-
about a movie from the 80s, though. It's less likely that would have happened then compared to now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Isn't that kind of sad? I mean, because it's only like up to 6% of people. So, like Ernest, the odds are he's not a pervert.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think perverts are more likely to hang out with kids recreationally. So that kind of throws
That's
some
true.
fucking a fucking monkey wrench into that.
Yeah, but I think
system
I think
there.
he was into older women because he always came back sweaty from old lady Hackmore's house.
Oh,
He really liked her.
she
Yeah.
looked feisty.
Yeah.
Probably smelled like an Okinawa fish market. But
Oh, gross.
That or like an 85-year-old welder who hasn't washed in a month.
yeah, this dirty old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but there's
man.
probably nothing off limits. They call her-
Ernest is just changing clothes. He's like, I'm an ottoman now. Tear it up like an ottoman, Ernest.
Yeah.
He's just got his ottoman suit on
Yeah.
with no pants.
I like that. I'm a Botswana lumberjack, and I've never had a job. That guy's so fucking funny.
And then the old lady. Well, we got drapes.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
needs drapes?
This place is just calling for drapes.
Old lady. That's old lady Hackthor's favorite costume. Oh yeah, compliment my decor.
She's out there just welding like fucked up shit. And Ernest is over there like, well, weld it.
Oh man. God damn it.
I gotta say, like the Ernest movies were always like they were similar, and they had a lot of the same beats, but they were not like a shot for shot remake of some of the other kids stuff. You know, where you have like Dora the Explorer or something, or even like Star Wars: The Force Awakens and the other movie. It's like, oh, we're gonna have this and this shot for shot remake.
Yeah.
Feels like, you know. But Ernest, he's like a simple character. I miss that show. It's too bad he died.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to think that in the world, like a grown man can just befriend some kids and have it be innocent. So now it's even less likely because normal people, I don't want to be involved. I don't even want to have anybody be able to suspect me of that.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Fucking Ernest would be skipping town as soon as that first kid went up missing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shoot, the sheriff's. He's gonna think something's up. I'm out.
Yeah. He just shows up at old lady Hackmore. We were banging all last night, right? Right.
He just answers the door when the sheriffs come to get him with a bottle of Gatorade. He's like, I've been here with old lady Hackthor all night.
Yeah, yeah. And he said like I would be funny to see him do like a Hugh Hefner character.
He answers the door with a cowboy hat and a Tom Selleck mustache.
Yeah, yeah.
And a bright orange banana hammock.
God damn it. Oh,
God
man.
damn it, Ernest, put some pants on. I don't
This
need
is
to
the
see you
third
like
time.
this again.
The fucking the dog's just like,
Oh,
what the fuck's going on here?
That's why he was so hard up to not go fuck with old lady Hathor when the sheriff was asking him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, Ernest, go clean up that trash. I ate cough syrup, but I can't run equipment for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
And he
okay.
gets out of a truck with his like kid in it. And he's like, I'm high on cough syrup, Sheriff. I can't drive the truck.
I don't got my hazmat license.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I always love the part. Anyways, is this one part he's like, I'm zero. What the hell did he say? I'm no money down. He's like talking about how shit he is. He says he's no money down. That's hilarious. Like, look at them old ass car commercials that he was in.
Yeah.
I forgot about that until Kelly was like, yeah, he's in car commercials. And I was like, I remember some of those.
I wonder if a lot of what he does is just made up on the spot. Like he's got lines, but then he just adds to them when he needs to like fill in dead space.
He's got to have tons of ad lib stuff.
Because it seems like a real guy. Like
Yeah.
the shit that he ad libs in is like, who the fuck would write that? Most of it seems like he just goes off on a
He
rant.
made the character up for the commercials.
Yeah.
Like that's Ernest's invention, or Jim Varney's invention is Earl. Ernest P. Worrell. Earl
Yeah.
P. Worrell.
Earl Ernest P. Worrell.
I don't know.
I bet P is for Phineas. Phineas. Phineas.
Penis Phineas.
Earl Peanut Worrell. I don't get it, Robert.
Pepsi? Is
Yeah.
that what I spelled?
Fucking Ernest.
Oh, did I just get us Pepsi ad revenue?
Yeah. I love the fucking like that guy. He made a Trantor or a troll like trap, and it actually buzzed in his truck.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
And when was this in like the 90s?
this is like in their 80s or 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, mid to late 80s.
shit. Just getting that to work nowadays with all our fancy stuff would be a pain and a half.
Yeah.
And he's got it to work with like, who knows, a ham radio or something? Who the heck knows?
Yeah, that guy.
The guy's probably a genius, though. That's why he's so weird.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess in real life, Jim Varney was supposed to have like a near genius IQ. Which
It's
would
weird.
make
To,
sense
it's
that
weird to see him
happened.
like doing like Shakespeare shit and stuff like that. When he, because he would do like, he was in like plays and shit like that. So he'd be playing fucking, I don't know, I can't think of a Shakespeare character right now.
Amadeus.
Hamlet.
Hamlet. There you go. That works. And it's like I'm expecting him to just fucking, know what I mean, Vern? That kind of shit in the middle of it.
To be or not to be. Know what I mean, Vern?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite Ernest movie from being a kid?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what the fuck they were. What the hell were
There
the
was,
Ernest
I can't remember
movies?
what they were.
Ernest
My dad.
Goes to Jail.
Yeah, there's Ernest Goes to
That was
Jail,
pretty good.
Ernest in the Army, Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Rides a Cannon, Ernest Saves Christmas, and then Ernest Scared Stupid. And there's like 2 or 3 more that
Yeah.
I'm not remembering.
The only ones I like really remember from being kids is Ernest Scared Stupid and the Ernest Goes to Jail. But they just stick out because of the different theme, maybe, or whatever, the setting. Ernest
Wasn't
in
the jail one? Wasn't the bad guy like an Ernest's clone, or not his actual clone, but like a guy that was played by Jim Varney?
Yeah, it was like his evil twin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Ernest. What was it? The first whirl? What the heck was his name when he was doing the speech?
Phineas.
Phineas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Jim Varney too. All made up.
Oh, Robert.
Looks like
It's Jim Varney Sr.
Was it really?
No,
Was his
I
dad?
just made that up.
Oh man, I can't remember any of the other ones besides this one. I mean, I remember them, but I don't remember what the fuck happened in them. I remember Ernest Goes to Camp, but I don't remember anything that happens in it. Like I know the name. I'm like, okay, yeah. And I don't.
Well, I can
what the
tell you-
fuck is Ernest Rides a Cannon? Because I don't remember that shit at all.
Okay, so in this movie, there's like an old world, no, not World War I, like Civil War cannon or something, and there maybe somebody's going to restore it or somebody finds it in the woods. Anyways, they drag it up to the top of this hill, and then it gets loose, and then he rides this cannon down a steep ass hill, fighting bad guys kind of and avoiding stuff. That's all I remember of it. But it was, I loved it. It was like, I want to ride a canyon down a hill and not have it just veer off the road and crash into a tree. Because it didn't do that. I mean, in real life, that's what would happen.
So there's
He just
also
ended up,
Ernest
like,
Goes to
dead.
School, Slam Dunk Ernest, Ernest Goes to Africa.
Damn, Dunk Ernest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy. I think I'm gonna buy all these and watch them with Stan. Well, now I have a kid to watch it with. That's gonna be great. He's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Dad, Ernest is dumb," and I'll be like, "You're not my son." Get
I
outta
grew
here.
up watching Ernest because my dad watched it all the time. He loved Ernest. But I can't remember any of the movies anymore. Like even this one, I remember bits and pieces of it, and that's how it is with all of them. I can't really remember them.
Well, I can tell you one thing: Ernest VHSs were high quality. You could watch those things as many times as you wanted, and they did not wear out like the shitty.
Oh,
Braveheart
literally
ones.
the VHS themselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not Eric. I'm not sure that they were higher quality than your other ones, but your other ones had bad spots because of how long you left it paused on the boobs.
It
No.
was Under Siege.
Oh, yeah.
When she jumped
I
off
forgot
the
about
cake.
that. Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
man.
that.
It's great
There's a lot
that
of
it's great that
positive
Robert has
action.
just confirmed that that actually happened.
Yep.
I already told you guys about that anyway.
Well, I know you told me, but it's some of the stuff is exaggerated. Eric, come on, we're on the podcast. It's good that
That's
Robert
true.
has confirmed that happened.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, like Robert, he broke Braveheart, pausing it on the head chopping off scenes.
Yeah, I just wore out the whole movie because I watched it
Yeah, he watched it
like 1,800 times.
lot.
Probably.
At one point he could do, and Forrest Gump. At one point he could do Bubba's all of his shrimp in a row
Shrimp
perfectly.
stuff.
Oh, I couldn't do it perfectly. I just made it up as I went every time. But I
Oh
could do
well,
his
see, I
voice.
didn't know it, so it sounded like you knew what you were
Yeah.
doing.
You just. It's
Yeah.
all about the delivery. It's like
Yeah.
the spelling bee.
So there was also a scrapped Ernest Spaced Out movie where obviously takes place in space, kind of thing. Ernest and the Voodoo Curse, which is a like a Raiders of the Lost Ark style kind of thing with zombies, and another one called Pirates of the Plane.
Really?
Oh no, he was considered for that role. Okay, so that wasn't
Oh.
an Ernest movie, but that was some other thing. I don't know what the fuck that is. The fuck is this movie? Pirates.
I
of the
wish he was
Plane.
in Tremors.
That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
that
was
would have
Tim
been
Curry.
great.
Yeah.
That was a good
Ernest and
movie.
Tremors?
Yeah.
That'd have been fucking awesome.
He would have defeated
just-
the fucking graboids real easy. He would have made some crazy invention and just fucking annihilated them.
Yeah.
I feel like
He's
he
just a
would've ruined the
giant
movie.
catapult.
It's
Yeah.
just a giant underground bear trap.
Yeah. It's the troll trap, but he's just put graboid trap on the outside.
Gets them caught in a trash can.
Yeah. God, could you imagine the lawsuit nowadays if you trap the mayor's kids in a fucking trash can?
I would sue the mayor for having his kids trespassing in my trash can.
Yeah.
It obviously says troll trap on the
Step one.
outside.
Yeah, and tripping my troll trap caused undue stress or duress or emotional something or others, whatever they call it. I would look it up before I went to court with it, but
Emotional mutilation.
yes, it was very upsetting and traumatic. I thought I had a troll in there. It was terrifying. I'm gonna be traumatized for the rest of my life now because these kids can't keep themselves out of my troll trap.
Yeah, they thought there was candy in there. Clearly, you can tell by their figures.
And the free kids,
Yeah.
like free kids and a doll. It's like,
Yeah, what the hell were these kids doing?
yeah, who knows? Who knows?
I know I would not have climbed in that as a kid. Would I have thrown some diesel in it and tried to light it on fire? Maybe.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't
bet
have
that
climbed
would have
into
killed the troll.
Oh, yeah.
You
So I
burn
feel
it
like-
enough.
I feel like this is somebody making shit up, but apparently Ernest's middle name is Power Tools.
That
Ernest
can't
Power
be
Tools
right.
World.
Well, Phineas Whirl was like great. It could change every movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like in Ernest Scared Stupid, it's because it doesn't seem like there's a continuity to him.
No.
It's just like they throw this character in this random settings, and this is what happens.
Yeah, like one, he's a cab driver in like LA. Another one, he's some guy living in Missouri. He's a trash guy. And then the other ones, I don't have any idea where they take place.
Maybe Ernest Goes to Jail was the first one, and he turned witness protection, and they're just moving him around to keep him.
But they
he
don't give
keeps-
him a new name. They just change his middle name every time.
Yeah, they just change his middle name. I mean,
He
you
might
know,
be too dumb to figure out the new name.
yeah.
He's, I mean, he's like, they might actually think that.
It's like actors that can't remember a new name, so they just get called whatever their fucking name is.
Like Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call you Charlie, all right? You never answered any other fucking names. You're Charlie now, all right?
Huh? I did some coke. What?
Did you say my name's Charlie? This sounds right.
Yeah. They're just like over there, like, yeah, hey guy, what? I don't know. We'll make up a name. We'll call him
Bill.
Bill. Yeah. Hey Bill. So this line in this TV show, and he's like,
Line?
who the fuck is Bill? Wait, are we doing lines? All right.
Hey, are we starting? What's going on now? Who's Bill?
Yeah.
God damn it, Shane.
Oh, you guys want to do some business? Woo. Yeah, I got a good business idea.
Frank shows back up.
Yeah, well, they're gonna bring Frankenstein out. I kind of want to see Ernest be super fucking stoned on weed on accident. That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays we probably would have had that movie too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ernest works in a hemp farm.
Yeah, in a couple years, Dora the Explorer will be Dora the fucking pothead.
Dora the Mule.
Hey, you're blowing up her spot there.
Hey kids, can you spot the ganja?
So I mean,
That's right. There it is.
Just ignore this giant white brick in my backpack, kids. We're going back to the States.
I'm high as fuck.
Yeah. I think one of the balloons burst in my rectum. I'm getting real sleepy.
Oh man. All right, so I watched the new Dora movie with my daughter, and there is a hallucination scene in that fucking movie with fucking where they all turn into cartoons. It's fucking hilarious. One of the guys strips all his clothes off and runs off into the woods.
Isn't the movie a cartoon?
No, it's a live action.
What?
Yeah.
What you do? Like
Dora's a
mushrooms?
real girl? Now I feel terrible. You
Oh,
shouldn't
man.
wish.
Why do they have a
girls.
hallucination though?
Because they run into some flowers that like shoot pollen into their faces and fucks them all up.
Because they
just
were eating fucking mushrooms off turd. Because they're dumb kids out in the woods by themselves.
Dora said it'd be all
The
right.
Clockwork Elves.
Oh, I love these mushrooms. The elves come to visit me when I eat them. Don't eat this one though. It killed my dog.
Oh, shit.
She just tests the mushrooms on her dog.
She eats so many of them. She thinks the fucking monkey can talk.
Wait, we might actually literally just be watching some like Charlie Kelly, but as a girl. Just
Yeah.
hammering
Oh,
mushrooms.
Just some
That's every episode.
just some Hispanic girl out there getting fucked up and doing just wandering around in the woods
She has fucking
unsupervised.
swipers like her little brother. And she just imagines that he's like isn't he like a fox or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just imagines he's a fox.
Maybe it's her
Swiper,
dog.
no swiping.
Oh man.
So yeah, let's see. What was I going to say? Is that it about Ernest? Yeah, I just like it. I like the kids. They even
Just
had the
like it.
bullying stuff in it. I like the movie. It's a good movie. Like the trolls all looked creepy and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
And like the weird like I love the part where he narrates himself bowling. He does it for like 30 seconds and then just throws it over the side and drills some dude right in the head
Yeah.
with a fucking
That
thing.
shit looked like it hurt.
No
It's
shit.
like, oh god.
In real life, that would have fucking killed that
his
guy.
fucking brains are coming out
Yeah.
his nose now.
The troll's like, well, how am I supposed to ride him and spank his ass right now?
The B guy's retarded now. Good job, Ernest.
Oh man.
The trolls did it. I didn't throw that ball. It was the trolls.
Fucking trolls.
I didn't see you guys figuring out the whole milk thing.
Oh, and then he had to love on the fucking troll to kill it. The Trantor. So
Yeah, that's when he-
Tantor? Yeah.
That's when he
Tantor.
kissed him on his,
Tantor.
when they kissed him on his testicle sack.
Yeah.
Oh.
his face scrotum. It's
Yeah.
all chapped up. Just if they just brought some Vaseline though, they could have put that on it or some kind of lotion on his face scrotum. It probably would have cleared up the irritation and he might have been cool.
It would have been like when
Maybe.
you give an angry beast a Snickers and it turns back into a person.
Yeah. Well, no, because like how pissed off would you be if you had a chapped scrotum on your face? I bet it'd drive you nuts too.
I mean, how pissed would you be if you just had a chapped scrotum?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like
Yeah.
that.
I'm going to tell you right now, you are irritable with a chap's
Yeah, that's not going to be a good time.
Yeah.
But then his is out exposed to the weather. It's never going to unchap. sitting there getting more sun.
Yeah, plus he's got a head cold and it's just drooling right all over
Yeah.
his scrotum all the time.
The snot's probably causing the chapness.
Well, you could tell whoever made the costume or the design for Trantor was into hentai with the weird fucking ear things that were squirting out at the end there.
And the ticklers,
The ticklers out of there. It's like, what the hell is that? That looks just like
That's why old lady Hackthor thought unconditional love right there. She's like, oh, those ticklers. Oh gosh.
Yep. Those French ticklers for her pleasure.
oh god. That's
damn
it. I love the scene with the fucking pickup though, where he just like stops the pickup and he's over there stabbing through it, and Ernest is like yelling at him and like hiding back and forth. The truck doesn't just
and then the dog is steering.
yeah, the dog's just driving the truck. That was fucking funny. Put it in reverse, rim shot. The dog ran the troll over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the dog ran the friggin' troll over. Like that's a great defense though. I didn't run over that guy. My dog did.
Fucking dog.
I was teaching him how to drive.
Show me in the law books where it says the dog can't drive.
I wonder if that is in the law books.
Probably
It
not.
definitely.
I'm sure it is in some state.
Wait, does that mean people who identify as animals can't drive? If that is a law? I'm confused.
I think it means they don't need a driver's license.
Oh. I like that idea. That's what we should do.
Eric's like, I now identify as a dog.
Or a troll. I could be a troll. I'm like halfway there.
I self-identify as fuck off. So why don't you do the same?
Yeah. I'm invisible. That's what I want to do. Just be like, no, man, I'm invisible. You can't see me.
All right,
That's like the best scene in
when
Shazam.
when they take you to jail, just say, yes, I'm also a lady, so I gotta go to the ladies' prison.
That'd be a lot better than the man. Oh.
They let you identify as all these things, yet you can't identify as a 65-year-old and collect money from the government. It's so stupid.
So what you do
Wait,
is
you can't?
No.
I thought that guy won that.
Oh, was there an actual lawsuit for it?
Yeah, there was a dude who was doing that. He was like 45 and he said he identified as a 60 or a 70-year-old guy, and so he could collect.
Yeah, I identify as a 72-year-old African American woman transitioning to a man. So I need my transitioning hormones, which would be testosterone, to be paid for by Medicare.
So that's Robert's scheme. Just so
I
he can get ripped.
also have glaucoma, so I need some of that medicinal marijuana. And I'm black, so I'm going to Harvard too.
But could you imagine getting the steroids that way? Holy shit, I want to see him. I wished we had like this drug Ernest, right? Where he's on steroids just to see his fucking goofy ass shit when he's
Dude,
on the roids.
He could play Popeye so well.
Oh yeah, he would have been a great Popeye.
He could have been a great
God
Popeye. When you
damn it.
said that, it made me think of Popeye's arms,
Yeah.
man.
Didn't they have that one of the guys from Full House do that? Not Bob Saget, but one of the
No,
nobodies?
Robin Williams was Popeye.
Oh yeah, I was thinking. Oh no, because he always did the voice on the show.
Oh yeah, Joey.
Yeah.
I don't know his real name. I think it might be Joey.
Was
Dave
it John
Coulier.
Stamos?
Oh, Dave Coulier. That's what it is. I think I knew that too.
It wasn't John Stamos.
No. That guy's way too handsome to worry about having any skills. I mean, look at him. He just looks
yeah.
at himself in the mirror all day and is like, damn, I look good. That's what he does.
It's like a unemployed bum living in his brother's house or something.
Yeah.
He's just a train of girls coming through. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
What the hell's going on in here?
How is he doing this?
Oh, and then you walk see him and it's like, oh, that sucks. Yeah. So do you guys want to do you guys have anything more to say about the movie?
Not really. I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. I brought me back to a lot of childhood memories that had been forgotten, but
That's good.
I mean,
Hopefully
we
they're
pretty much
good
covered
ones.
everything.
Yeah.
It was his childhood memory when The creepy little man touched him and he turned to wood.
That's not how it went. All right.
Oh, man.
He touched me and I got a wood. There's a difference.
Jason's first erection. All right, what rating did you guys give this?
5 stars.
All of them. I don't know our rating system.
It's 5,
Uh,
it's
1 to
1
5.
Or actually, it's 0 to 5.
Yeah.
Zero's the best, right?
No,
Nope.
0's not the best. Has anybody ever given a 0?
I'm sure Ricky has.
Yes. Yes,
I
there
know I
was,
haven't.
because there was that shitty Larry the Cable Guy, and Steve is like,
Oh
wanna
yeah,
give
no,
this
I
negative points.
totally gave that as low as I could.
yeah, it was like negative points.
And now that we're not like, now the podcast isn't really on a podcast thing where you can download it on your iPads or
It's dead.
or whatever. That podcast does not exist. Nobody will ever see it ever again.
Yeah.
What'd you give it, Robert?
5 stars.
Okay.
I'll give it 4.5.
And I'll give this movie 4 stars.
It's a fine piece of American cinema.
It is. It is. Fuck you, Martin Scorsese. This movie's awesome. All right, next week's movie, which is not next week's movie, it's actually right after this, was Jason's choice, and he chose Annabelle Comes Home. So we'll be right back with that. I'll do all the spiel and stuff after that one. I'll be right back, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll see you in a second.
Later.